Go ahead and turn to page 531 in your Go Math workbook. And today we're going to be working on how do you use a non-standard measuring tool to measure length. So we'll be making a measuring tool and we'll be using that to measure length. So let me move this up a bit. It says, circle the name of the child who measured correctly. Mateo and Ali measure the same pencil. Mateo says it is about 4 paper clips long. Ali says it is about 3 paper clips long. Circle the name of the child who measured correctly. Go ahead and do that now. Okay, if you circled Mateo, you are correct. Mateo measured correctly because there are no spaces between each of the paper clips. Let's remember that as we're working today. Now I'm going to show you how to make a measuring tool. The measuring tool we're going to be using is 10 paper clips long. So what you'll need is you'll need a piece of notebook paper, a pair of scissors. I used a marker because I could see the lines a little better. You could use a pencil if you need to. And a glue stick. You'll also need the 2 paper clips that are on your Go Math workbook. Then what you're going to do is you're going to take your scissors and you're going to make a long cut across your paper. When you're done cutting, it will look a little bit like this. No need to be super exact. Then use your glue stick to glue those 2 long sheets of paper together so that they're even longer. Then I want you to line up your 2 paper clips near the bottom of the paper. So start at the far left, making sure that the paper clip is very close to the end, and then put the next paper clip at the end of the first one and continue from there. Then I want you to draw lines where the ends of the paper clips are and write a 1 and then a 2. After you've done that writing, then you can pick up that first paper clip and move it so it's right next to that second paper clip. And now you have the length of 3 paper clips. So draw another little line and write a 3. Then you can move where that second paper clip was over next to that third paper clip. And now you have the length of 4 paper clips. Mark the line and write the number 4. You're going to keep doing that all the way until you get to 10. Then when you do that all the way to the number 10, I want you to stop there. So as you can see, I've measured 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 paper clips end to end. Then I want you to take your scissors and cut off right at that 10 mark so that we don't have that extra paper. We want your measuring tool to be exactly 10 paper clips long. So make sure that the paper you're left with is 10 paper clips long. Now go ahead and make sure that you're on page 532 in your Go Math workbook. So up here it's saying to make a measuring tool, and we have already done that. So now you get to use your measuring tool. It says about how long is the door. Okay, so about how many paper clips long is a door. So one thing you're going to measure is a door. Some other things down here, now we're not at school, but just do your best. Okay, so we have, you could measure a bulletin board if you have a bulletin board at home. For me, I just used a thing that I hold pictures on the wall with. So I just measured that. It's the closest thing I have to a bulletin board. I do have my desk that I've been doing things at here at home. So I measured my desk. Down here, I'm guessing this is like a chalkboard or something, or a whiteboard. So just find something that's similar to that. Maybe you have a whiteboard, maybe you have something that you make some art on, maybe measure that. And then this one, it says measure a window, okay? And now I'm going to show you how I measured my window. So here is my measuring tool on my windowsill. So I made sure that I lined up this side right on the edge of the windowsill. And then this length right here is 10 paper clips long. Now clearly my window is longer than 10 paper clips long. So what I did is I put my finger right here and then I used my other hand to pick up my measuring tool and move it over. I'll show that to you now. So you can see my finger there. I kept my finger there as I moved the measuring tool and I put it right next to my finger because I know that's where it left off the first time. So if I'm counting by tens, we had 10 and now 10 more. So 10, 20 paper clips long so far, except I'm not to the end of my window yet. I have to keep going. So then I put my finger down again and moved my measuring tool again, and now I'm finally to the end of my window. So it's a little hard for you to see maybe, but my measuring tool got really close to the 6 staple mark. So it's like kind of in the middle of the 7, but I think it's closer to 6. So if I have 10 paper clips long, and then another 10 paper clips long, and then 6 more paper clips long, that would be 10, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. So my window is 26 paper clips long. So then in my Go Math workbook on page 532, I would go back in and I would write about 26 paper clips long for my window. Now you choose. Measure 3 items at home with your measuring tool. Send pictures along with how many paper clips long the item is to your teacher. Here are some ideas to get you started. If you're using some kind of computer or tablet, you could measure that. You could measure the length of your TV. You could measure your favorite picture or your favorite photograph at your house. You could measure a toy that you have at home. Come up with your own ideas. Look around your home and see what kind of things you think it would be fun to measure. Great job doing your math today, guys.